questions?
Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Matt.
Your first thoughts of going to the Saints practice facility, how did that go?
That went well. A great facility over there, and Saints personnel, coaches, owner, everybody staff, everybody there has been extremely hospitable, and looking forward to a great day. Been, as Brian Jennings said earlier this morning, been anticipating this day for 3 days. Everything here at the hotel has been wonderful. It kind of like it is here, you know. That's just a beaver dam down. It's like a beaver dam being built over in the coach's offices just downstairs. Very excited. Everybody is attacking this day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. Every coaching room is aglow with video on from early this morning. Was really fired up when I walked by the running backs room at 7 a.m. and Tom Rathman's in there teaching and coaching football to Frank Gore and Michael James, Bruce Miller, Anthony Dixon was in there. So it was that was inspiring. There's a lot going on. Brad Seeley, his room was going strong, and just fires me up. I'm just very fired up this morning to get over there to the Saints facility with our team and practice, and so many good stories along those lines.
How big of a challenge is it just to keep this a normal Wednesday practice?
Well, I don't know. It has to be a normal one. I mean, it could be an exceptional one. It could be an extraordinary Wednesday day for us. That would be our intent and really our expectation. See if we can't make this the best Wednesday of the entire season.
Jim, can you recall, as best you can, the conversation you had with your brother when you were looking for a defensive coordinator at Stanford, and you started to talk about Vic Fangio? What was that like?
The history of that?
Yeah.
Well, when I first met Vic through the Ravens, I was so impressed by his just talking football with him. So every time I visited there, it was great to talk with Vic. I'm sure that 2 years before we got Vic, when we were looking for a defensive coordinator, that I asked Vic if he would come to Stanford and be the defensive coordinator, and he declined. The following year, he declined again, and then as soon as Vic became available, then we offered him the position, and he ended up taking it. So that's the truth of how it happened.
Hey, Coach. Colin Kaepernick's just intensity and competitiveness. In your mind, is it all a positive, or do you have to rein him in occasionally, especially on game days, or can that maybe rub people the wrong way sometimes?
No, there's never seen anything where he's rubbed anybody the wrong way. Everybody admires it. Everybody, watches him back it up. And he does it in a all football manner.
All right, Jim, can you elaborate on what you saw in Colin Kaepernick's first start in that game against the Bears that made you decide to stick with him?
What we all saw, just very, very good play. Very, very poised beyond his years, and he's continued that in every game that he's played.
Hey, Coach, over here. What can you say about how the rest of the offensive weapons have adjusted since the quarterback switch?
Everybody has done extremely well. I mean, Michael Crabtree just continues to catch the football. Does a tremendous job running with the ball after catch. Very, very knowledgeable in his assignments and what people are doing around him. Randy's been outstanding. Vernon Davis as well. So I mean, yeah, all the offensive weapons have been extremely good. And then really, I'd like to talk a little bit about our offensive line, if that's okay. That's been a phenomenal group for us, and I would call them offensive weapons as well. Joe Staley, much talked about, a very talented player, tremendous leadership within the group. How exciting this is for Jonathan Goodwin. Being back at the Saints facility yesterday, and memories had to have been thick for him. I know he visited with Sean Payton and some of the staff there. But what he's meant to our football team when we first arrived here, we were void at the center position, and Jonathan Goodwin has stepped in, started every game. Really been a great player for us. Also, Anthony Davis, his emergence at right tackle from a toughness standpoint, from a strength standpoint, and just the way he continues to grow and grow and grow as a player. Also, Mike Upati has gone to the fore as one of the top guards in the National Football League. And really excited for Alex Boone as an ascending player, as a tough player, as a leader on our football team. And finally, just the way they have all stayed healthy, the way they've all played and played well together has really been a strength and a center for our football team. Also, Leonard Davis and what he's brought to us, along with Daniel Kilgore as the 6th and 7th linemen. They have been instrumental all year in our extra O-line packages, contributions on special teams, and the way they have plugged in. The way they plugged in at guard, the way they plugged in at tight end, the way they plugged in at the extra tight end position has been huge for us.
Jim, good morning. Can you talk about how well you've seen your defense force turnovers over the second half of the season, and whether they gave you an honorary wristband that you guys give out for turnovers now?
No, I've not gotten one of the honorary wristbands. Our defense has been exceptional for us. One of the top teams in the league. There's always a feeling when our defense is on the field that they can will a turnover. They can make it happen. You watch it and you anticipate it. I know our offensive guys do, and our defensive guys have confidence and belief that they can get the ball back for the offense. Now, every drive isn't always going to end in a turnover, but there have been it's been something that has fueled us through this season and in the past.
Jim, you've often said that you've got two starting quarterbacks, Colin and Alex. Do you generally understand it if Alex needs to be a starter again, and do you think he should have a chance to be a starter in this league?
Well, yeah, the way we've described it also, we have a left arm and we have a right arm, and that's something that's is very good for our football team. And of course, you understand the desire to play and to start. Alex, we expect that. We've talked about that, and he has provided that. He has gone into every game with that mentality, preparing like a starter and ready to play. Before every game, I talk to him about it. Be ready to go today. Be ready, it's obvious through his preparation during the week that he is ready to go.
Hey, Coach. On the field, Colin Kaepernick has adjusted and really shown a lot of polish and poise. Off the field, he's been even more impressive. Was there ever a conversation you had with him or a sit-down saying, hey, your life's about to change. You're going to be put in the spotlight. Here's how you're going to have to handle this. Was there ever that process, or was it just natural that this guy can handle this?
Just natural that this guy can handle this. No, there was no conversation about his life changing. He's a great kid. He's a fully grown man now, but he's got a lot of talents from mom, dad, and God, and been raised really well. And complete confidence in how he handles himself.
Yeah, Jim. Over here, a follow-up on Alex Smith. How important has his attitude been as far as not being a distraction and you know, what you could have easily have been during all this time?
Well, it's been exceptional. Been a role model for those in team sports, you know, especially for high school and youth sports. I think that, you know, the proof there is when you hear Scott Tolzien, you know, talk about what kind of role model Alex has been in the quarterback room. When you hear Jeep Christ talk about contributions that Alex has made, and Greg Roman talk about Alex and his contributions to the game plan. Nothing has changed. And to hear Colin talk about what Alex has meant to him through this process. So, been a tremendous example.
Jim, how important is it, as Colin makes just his 10th NFL start in a game of this magnitude, that you've had 2 weeks to get him ready for a defense he's never seen before?
Well, I think it's what's gone on in those 2 weeks. You know, we've had good preparation so far, and you know, very excited for today's practice. You know, just feel the enthusiasm, feel the energy from our coaches, from our players. That you know, we're up early. We're walking around the coaches' offices, watching film on their own, meeting with coaches, and you know, getting amped up for today. That's I'm very excited about that.
Right here. Can you tell us maybe one or two factors that were really important in Michael Crabtree elevating his game to such a high degree this season as compared to where he was maybe a couple of years ago? Tell us some of the factors that made him take this huge step.
You know, to talk about what elevated him. He's always been a great player. You know, that's always been our worldview of it. You know, what we see in practice and what we see in games. You know, he's always been a great contributor to our football team. But you know, talent, character, and you know, a great desire to be good. Very high level of willingness to compete. Great contact, courage, and toughness. You know, he's a football player. That's probably the best way you can say it. Michael Crabtree's a football player.
Hey, Jim, right here. John told me that he doesn't think it's any mistake that two big physical, hard-hitting teams are here at the end. Can you explain how big a part of, you know, your strength at the line of scrimmage has been of the identity of the team, and really maybe the grounding in what you believe in, you know, as a football coach?
Yeah, that you know, that's, well, we take that as a compliment. First of all, that's what our football team wants to be about. And you know, talking about our offensive line, talking about our defensive line, I think on a football team that you know, that's the character of your football team. You know, there's no statistical agendas with any of those guys. You know, they're about playing the game, playing it tough, playing it strong, playing for, you know, playing to win, playing for a level of respect. And you know, that's what drives our team. You know, can speak for our football team. And it's evidenced by what you see in the Baltimore Ravens. You know, how they play, you know, what they stand for. It's evident on the film and the tape. So yeah, that's we want to be about that.
Coach, over here. Do you think the read option and the pistol is here to stay in the NFL, and why has it been so successful with the 49ers?
It's possible that it is here to stay. Don't make any predictions on that. I think that it's been successful for us because of the players that we have executing it. I think they're extremely good at it. Also, from a schematic standpoint, I think Greg Roman has done a a job that is revolutionary in football. I think that the way he's mixed the trap, the power, the wham plays into the pistol offense and into our conventional offense has been revolutionary in many ways. So I think it would be a combination of those two things.
Jim, obviously, you've talked about your dad being a coaching hero of yours. From what I understand, though, you've, through the years, wanted to get him to pass the ball more, as particularly from the eye bone when he was at Western Kentucky. Did you ever succeed in getting him to throw a little bit more?
I think there was one time where he called a pass when I was at one of his games. And it did work. It went for a touchdown.
Did he influence play calling at all at USD with you?
Yes. Okay. He very much influenced play calling at USD when he was our running back coach there. And it was toward the power. It was toward the running game and the toss sweep, and it was very effective. We had a back there by the name of Evan Harney, and then J.T. Rogan, who excelled under Jack Harbaugh's tutelage.
And one more, did you share play calling duties, or how did you divvy that up?
Wait, at San Francisco?
No, I'm sorry, USD with your dad.
Yeah, he there's from time to time he would jump in there and get a run called. Absolutely. Thanks, Coach. That's it? Okay, thanks.